Hey, my name's Dave. I'm a tour guide here at the Titan Missile Museum in Sahuarita, Arizona. I was in the Air Force back in the 70s, stationed on a Titan missile crew in a silo just like this on the other side of Tucson. So I'd like to point out a couple things for you down here. We're in the control center. This is a 3-story building. It's round on the top, it's flat on the bottom. It's built to deflect the overhead blast away from us. The last thing a crew has to worry about down here is the shock wave created by a detonation. Everything down here critical to launching this missile. The people, the equipment, the missile itself are all on springs or shock absorbers. All 3 floors of this building are suspended by the ceiling by 8 of these massive springs around the room. There's 4 people on the crew. The commander, deputy commander, a BMAT, and a MFT. I was a BMAT. That's a ballistic missile analyst technician. The electronic technician down here. The MFT, the Missile Facilities Technician, they're in charge of the facilities. They're going to take care of everything down here. They're going to keep us alive. They're going to keep that missile alive. The commander is usually a captain in the United States Air Force. He's in charge of everybody. He's responsible for this silo for the next 24 hours. That's the length of our shift. We call it an alert. And then there's a deputy commander. He's going to be a 1st or 2nd lieutenant. He's learning to be a commander. He's in charge of all the communications. He's the safety officer, and he's in charge of our clock over there. That's our launch clock. That clock can never be more than 1 second off. Now, some of the equipment, this is the commander's console. From here, he can get a bird's eye view of everything that's going on out in that silo, everything going on with the missile, and his launch sequence in case we ever have to launch it. This equipment over here are the radios. There's 4 radios, 4 different kinds of radios. There's hard copy, there's voice, and it's connected to 7 antennas up topside, all built in redundancy. If you can't get the order to launch this thing, it would have been a huge waste of time and money to build it. He's in charge of all that. This is his console here. This is all radio equipment. And, of course, the clock. Now, every Sunday morning, the deputy on duty would wind that clock. It's not electric. Electric clocks are not reliable enough for our needs. It's a 8-day wind-up chronometer, the finest of its kind. It's been running since 1963. They wind it every Sunday morning, and then twice a day, every day, this clock is hacked with the atomic clock at Boulder, Colorado, to make sure it's never more than 1 second off. The MFT is stationed here. This control panel is his. From here, he takes care of the power, the air conditioning, the elevators, the pump rooms, everything. There's 9 floors out there jam-packed with anything you think a rocket could need. Hydraulics, pneumatics, sewerage, water, power, air conditioning, heating. This person is going to take care of all of this stuff. The last crew member is the ballistic missile analyst technician. This is his area or my area. This is where I work. I'm responsible for all the launch equipment, the guidance system, the missile itself, the warhead out there. This is our fail-safe. It's the butterfly control valve lock. Every nuclear weapon has a fail-safe. It's a combination lock. You cannot launch this missile without that correct combination. Now, we don't know it. The base doesn't know it. Only the Pentagon knows what that combination is. You would only ever see that if it's actual war or actual order to launch. This is going to keep a crew either from launching a missile either inadvertently, that was infiltrated, or a crew that went rogue down here. That's our fail-safe. This is our annunciator panel. This is our security system. There were no security forces up topside, and there were no cameras outside either. All there were these little poles with scoops on them. It's a Doppler radar. We call it our tipsies. It's like what opens the door at the supermarket for you these days. Instead of a light beam, it's a radio beam. You cross that beam, we get an alarm. We get an alarm, we call security. There's these 2-man teams. They travel around a series of 3 silos. They're never more than 20 minutes away if you need them. We're not going out there ourselves. We're not going to open up those blast doors and let some enemy in here. They come. to show you a little more about what's going on down here at the Titan Missile Museum.